Zawadi M. How you doing today, Zawadi M? I'm just talking too much.
Jeff, before I
What
even proceed, what did you eat today?
what did I eat today? In my stomach full. I know my
What
mouth
did you
running
eat
the
today
chicken.
that making you running your butt running?
I'm just excited to see the one, the Una Zawadi M.
How are you?
I am doing great. Before we continue, somebody asked me a question.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can ask. Okay, we will get there. We will get there. How's everything going with you? I don't
I'm
want to
good.
rush that. Yeah.
Just really busy.
Mm-hmm.
So typically I take Sunday to be my day off, but it's not even
You still
working.
have stuff going.
Yes, but yesterday I went to an exciting event. I went
Mm,
to a Liberia 24 celebration, even though the 24 already passed. But it was fun. A lot of music, a lot of historical facts as it relates to Liberia, and then people talking about Liberia now as far as wanting to go back and do things, and so it was really good.
yeah.
I had a good time. I had some drinks, drinking drinks on for my knee yesterday, my dear.
Oh wow. So
Um,
you got wow, that's good.
yeah, so it was good. So overall, good weekend so far. Good weekend.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. How about
Yeah.
yours? What did you do? Did you do anything fun?
Well, it's the this and that, is that, I don't want to get into detail. It's all about you right now. It's
Oh,
all
I
about you
see.
in a good way.
I see.
The spotlight is on you.
No.
Because everybody here to see it. When I was talking, they're like, "Oh, we are not here to see your ugly face. We are waiting for Zawadi."
Oh, that's a lie.
And as soon as you came on, everybody was like, "Yeah, Zawadi, I'm this here." Everybody started joining. Look at this. I'm getting more people now than I was getting the last time. So I'm very excited to
That's
have
not
you
true.
here. Um, First of all, Zawadi, we let me jump into the stuff. Why inspires you to create a YouTube channel, Zawadi M, and the name Zawadi M? Why did you name your YouTube channel Zawadi M?
Okay, so I have some friends from Kenya, right? And
Mm-hmm.
some of them, they feel that I've been a blessing in their life in so many different ways.
Yeah,
So one of them actually said, your name is Zawadi. And I said, what does that even mean? And she said, it means gift in Swahili.
wow,
So anyway, so that one day, after Christmas, I was like, I'm actually gonna have my nickname as Zawadi, and my friends were like, yeah, it matches it matches you and what you try to do with for people and all that stuff. So that's how the whole Zawadi came to life, whatever. And then my name is Emma, as you
yeah,
know, so people call me M for short. So I just decided to have Zawadi M and
yeah.
gift Emma, Emma gift.
About
So yeah.
yeah. So about the help that you are currently giving people. Why inspire
Mm-hmm.
you to want to do something like that? I know you recently came from Liberia, but before
Mm-hmm.
that, you created the YouTube channel Zawadi M, and then when you went to Liberia, you came back. It's almost like you were on fire. You were motivated to do this. What really inspired you? You
I think for YouTube, I saw it. The COVID started. Of course, it was more so. Hey, I'm getting a little sad around these times being home, and I'm work focused. I was always on business calls like every single day, and I will have like 12 hours of just calls back and forth, India, Finland, different places. And then I was like, "Hey, Jack, what do you think I could do a YouTube channel?" And you're like, "Yeah, yeah, I think you can, yeah."
yeah,
So anyway, it was more so for me to be creative, right?
yeah,
Just to be fun, to have fun because I don't really have much fun outside of my businesses and my work.
yeah,
So that's how it came about. However, as it relates to Liberia, I wanted to make it like a gradual process of introducing people to the channel.
yeah,
A lot of my motivation comes from the development effort that's taking place in the country. Why I really don't want to be political on your channel or my channel. We see the government to do everything for us, right?
yeah,
However, we are private citizens who can actually contribute to Liberia's development. We don't
yeah,
always have to focus on what government can do. Obviously, they do have the upper hand to take on more of the bigger projects like road constructions, electricity, water. Those are bigger projects that the government should take on, right? But as private citizens, we have skills that can allow us to make those changes. And so
yeah,
and in addition to that, I will hear people say, "Hey, I sent 21,000, I sent 30,000, I sent 40,000, and somebody just misused my money. And a lot of the conversations as I was collecting the information, just always was about family
Yeah.
members. Oh, my family member ate my money, and it just it became like a everyday clock. Like
Yeah.
the conversation started to be so repetitive that it just bothered me so much that people were still making the same mistakes. And then I would get some inquiries about my businesses. How, hey, how do you do things like in your, you're successful, or perhaps you don't have too much back and forth with court and other stuff. So I started asking questions, responding to questions, and I realized, okay, I think Liberians do need to hear this information. And I
Yeah.
also think they need a credible source not just the information, but somebody who can take action, because we can talk too much, right? We as people, we're capable of just talking and not action driven. And so
Yeah.
I figure, okay, we can talk all these good things, but if you don't apply action, nothing is going to work.
Yeah.
So my goal really was to establish the YouTube and also be a change agent to say, look, you don't have to know me for many years, right? It's not about quantity. It's some level of quality that somebody
Yeah.
will provide, and I will show you what I'm doing, right? You know me. I don't like to talk about my stuff. I don't
Yeah.
like to be ahead of my stuff, but I put my stuff on YouTube, my projects, some of the things that I'm doing in Liberia, some of which I don't even put online. But I
Yeah.
put it there so they can see, okay, instead of you, the girl, little girl coming on YouTube and talking too much, what yourself, what are you contributing? And that's
Yeah.
why I share a lot of my projects. In doing so, you can say, okay, well, yeah, she does have something going on there.
Yeah.
And so there must be some level of credibility that can be established.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the gist of it. I just don't want to
Go
keep
too
going
much.
off tangent.
Yeah.
Um, but our people are suffering in a sense of uh, they are suffering from trust issues, right? You send a little bit of money back home, your family, whoever it is, they best use your funds, and now you give up, right? And
Yeah.
I don't want them to give up, because all of us have to contribute to Liberia, regardless of when you came to diaspora, when you travel, how much money you own, and Liberia is your country, and that's your place of birth, and you have to make the change that you want to see.
Yeah.
Therefore, being discouraged that because somebody X, Y, and Z did something to you doesn't stop you from re-strategizing and doing something else for you to
Yeah.
help the country. Because you owe a lot to the country, not necessarily the country owes you anything. That's
Yeah.
really the reason. I think I've said a lot.
No, you, hey, trust me, this on my channel today, on this live, I want you to say a lot. I want you to talk too much because our people, your viewers, some of them from Liberian TV, they love it when you're talking because they think your channel is very informative and everything. Well, hold on. Yeah, that your business. Somebody commented something. But anyway, yeah, so I'm
What the
very
person say, I want to know. Yeah, me, I knows it.
well, they say he is really kissing Zawadi. Yeah, I don't know whether you want that, but he is
Well,
really
you
kissing
know,
Zawadi on God.
well, the truth of the fact is he should, because Manchester United we share the same team.
That's his business. I'm not even gonna
That
get
your
it.
business, the business I give you, that your business, my dear.
That's you go for your business. Anyway, I'm just excited to have you here. Um, you have I think about two, three, four businesses or more, but you recently established a business on how to buy land in Liberia. People, you buy the land and people buy them for you, and you really go through all of those things. You also have a construction business there, helping people build their houses. You have you also do business consultation. Would you like to talk about the three businesses?
Yeah. So the land buying process is more of a consultation, right? So it's more like I'm the consultant, agent, and your buyer, right?
Okay.
So what I do, I when I went to Liberia, I negotiated for all this. When I say I have a guaranteed land that I sell, it's
Hmm.
because I already negotiated for it. It's not a land that, oh, I'm gonna send my people on the ground go looking for land. No, 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 no. I was there in March. I did the negotiations. I did my due diligence. I went to the archive. I checked everything. I saw the mother deed. I asked them to do a power of attorney. I did all of those things. okay, before I came back. So that's why when I sit on YouTube and I say, look, I have this and I'm selling this and I'm trying to get a community that will be a model community for a lot of people to see and say, wow, that community is excellent. How can we be a part of it? That's why my emphasis has been on Burrville, to be quite frank. Um, so that's the piece of the land. So I serve at all of those things. I provide you a contract. I have my guy who would check on your land. The contract term states how long we can take a be on it, watch it for you until you're ready to build. It says all of those things there. I notarize a document. I just recently sent a fellow his deed, a DHL. DHL takes like we sent it on Friday. It's going to be here on Thursday. So with DHL, all that to you, it's all notarized. And I just try to make sure things are transparent in addition to things are accurate and that you're happy. So that way, when somebody comes later on and say, oh, the land for you, you know who you're coming to, right? I am your middleman. And so far, middlewoman in this case, so far, there hasn't been any issues with that. So that's just the land thing. And I think a lot of people have been asking, hey, outside of Burrville, do you have other properties? And I said, I am not going to sit on YouTube to lie to you. I do not have properties. Other places that I negotiated for. However, I have a farmland, and that's what some people have been buying the farmland in ball mines because I negotiated for that as well. Construction. Some of these guys that I put together for the construction company were working for me as individual contractors, and I just empowered them and I said, hey, just instead of just waiting somewhere to charge somebody so much money.
When you're continuing, I just want to say something quick. If you while she's talking about all these businesses, if you want to email her, this is the email address. It's that right? I got it right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope so. Yeah,
So
you
you can email
too.
her. Yeah, finally. You can email her Jayane at gmail.com if you want to find out. You can ask all your questions, or you can ask some questions here. She will answer them, but this is the right contact email, and you can contact her and see what's up from there. Yeah, sorry to cut you off. I just want to make sure that people get the information.
Okay, no worries. So like I said, the construction, the gentlemen that started working, they all work on my project. So like the apartments, the poultry, the entertainment center, personal home, like all those things were constructed by. I'm very, very loyal when it comes to certain things, and so like I use all the same people at all times. So I had meetings with them and I said, look, instead of waiting for a big contract where you're going to charge somebody so much to build a house for them, why don't we just form a company? You are an expert in construction. I know the operational aspect of a business. What do you think? And so these guys are like, this is a brilliant idea. And I said, but before we proceed with this, is integrity. I live in the US. I have businesses in Liberia. We are all Liberians, except that one of the engineers, he's a Ghanaian guy. He moved to Liberia. He married a Liberian, so he considered himself Liberian, whatever. But I know what it is to work for money here, right? And I know what it is to not have money in Liberia. I know two sides of the coin because I lived it. So how can we all help each other, right, to develop the country? So when I put them together, I said integrity will have to be the pillar of our work. Um, and that's something that they all have to understand. And I also said, look, we live in America, but money does not grow on trees.
Yeah,
Some people have to work so hard. Some people don't even stay in their homes.
yeah,
They work, 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 and then for them to send money back home and something happens, it will break my own heart. So, what I've told them is that it's better for us to have effective work done and we have more customers than to have one client you charge them so much arm and leg
yeah,
that you think that would be a survivor for all those months. We can form something where it's reasonable for you and it's reasonable for the people wanting to build the houses. So
yeah,
that's how they were all on board. And I told them, you charge and do everything. I still make the final decision as to the price.
yeah,
So some people are worried, like, oh, Emma, construction companies are so expensive. Yeah, why it is, right? Because they are a company, we are a company. I make the decision, the final decision. So I know how you work hard here, right? If
mm,
somebody say 100,000 for a house, which I know reasonably is not going to be 100,000, I'm not
Yeah.
going to come to you to say, hey, Jefferson, my guy's 100,000, so you should pay 100,000. No, we're going to scale things down that it works for them, because I don't want them to be underpaid, but I also don't want you to go and break your bank because you're
Yeah.
trying to establish something like, but this is what, this whole construction company thing came about. Um, so that's a construction company. What was the other thing?
The other thing was I think business consultation.
Business consultation.
You talk about the
Yeah,
land already, so yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I also do business consultation because experience counts when it comes to all of these things, right? Um, I have experience in Liberia. Things are running there for me. I have shown you guys what it is here. I know how most things in Liberia works, and even if I don't know it, trust me when I say I have somebody here to answer your question. You better believe I have somebody here to answer your question,
Yeah.
because my name, I need to protect my name. So when I send you to somebody, I know you're gonna get the response you need to get,
And that's
because
why I
I've
made it.
already
That's why I made
established
it
the
clear.
networks.
Yeah, that's why I made it clear some of the stuff that you are doing here, because we don't want people to see you like, oh man, she's just the girl, one of those people out there that just trying to get
Yeah.
money. But at the end of the day, you have a lot of things going on here, but you still wanted to create something back home because you want to promote Liberia. You want to give Liberia a good image. You don't want people to be thinking that I want to do business in Liberia, but it's so difficult. It's this, it's that. Even though it's difficult, but there's a way around so it's we are very excited that you are doing stuff like that. That's why Liberian TV always promoting your videos. We want our viewers to see your videos. Earlier somebody asked question
Mhm.
regarding your businesses, so I think if you can, maybe the three businesses you talk about or other businesses, the person say what is the name of the company that she is running, because I was telling them that you have a construction business that you're dealing with. You have consultation, you got land business that is going on. You're helping people with land and all this stuff. I think they were talking about the construction business, but I think you can call the name of some of the businesses.
Yeah, so as far as the construction is concerned, it's called Modern Building Construction Company. That's what it's called, okay?
Okay. Modern
And
building.
Modern Building Construction Company, that's what it's called. Anyone who has contacted me has seen the information, and I have not had any issues. So if that gentleman is looking for more information, I can definitely provide that.
Yeah.
The other thing I think I need to clarify too is that you already know the program I'm in, right?
Yeah.
If I do anything to ruin my integrity, I can be kicked out of that program. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I
Yeah.
do not want to get kicked out of that program. So a lot of it, a lot of what I do is integrity based. I really protect my integrity. I
Yeah.
really protect my brand. I'm the oldest of all my siblings. I want
Yeah.
to be the example setter for all of them. So to come on YouTube for somebody like $200 or $300 or $500, whatever, it's not going to ruin my reputation. My goal really is to ensure that we are motivated. We see somebody as an inspiration. That okay, this young girl, she's people call me younger, even though I'm old, right?
Yeah. She doesn't like
um,
it when I say she doesn't like it when I say younger. So today I say Liberia's super businesswoman.
Thank you. Yeah. So, um, and to ensure that people are empowered, people
Mhm.
can make an impact in Liberia, and that's the reason why I continue to come here and talk and talk and talk, and not just talk,
Mhm.
do it. Solutions,
Yeah.
find solutions, put things in perspective, and implement. You have a plan, you review your plan, you modify whatever you do. Now you need to implement. Don't get stuck in the planning phase. You need to implement. That's what I'm here to let people know you can do it. If I'm able to do it. When I was doing my bachelor's degree, I started a project in Liberia. When I was doing my master's degree, I still was working. And I went to Liberia immediately after my master's program. I went there for a whole month. You can still do it while you're far, but however, don't rely so much so that you will never go back to check on what it is that you're working on. But it's
Yeah.
doable. Um, we can do it. So yeah. That's one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, that's one. The poultry name is Eggland. It's in Bombing County. We are supplying Bombing at this time. Again, like I said, we are not trying to go too much over capacity because a new business that you're venturing into, you have to really study the business in order for you to start running with speed. We want to know, okay, what kind of mortality we're having with those birds. Well, how is it feeding? What's the profit margin? So we have been doing great, and now we are increasing capacity because our goal really is to supply Liberia with eggs. Liberia shouldn't be importing eggs. This is a doable thing, but it calls for strategy, it calls for finances, it calls for good staff.
Yeah.
So eggland is the poultry that I have for egg supplies and all of that. One people always ask is that why aren't you making this a S corp? I don't intend to make these businesses like a corporation. Put it under one name. I don't want to do that. I intend to put things apart. So if investors are coming, they're not
Yeah.
investing in everything else, right? They
We
can
will continue.
invest in
There's one
others
thing
and others.
we will continue. There's one thing I wanted to address. There's this guy who keep commenting all kinds of crazy stuff. Finally, I blocked him. But yeah, thanks, Stefan. I actually blocked him. He was giving a lot of stupid comments. So I just blocked him from the live stuff. So don't worry, you won't see his comment again unless he create a different channel and come back. Then I'll block him again. But
I
he
wasn't
was
even seeing his comment.
yeah, he was saying a lot of crazy stuff. At some point, I get annoying with it. It's not just to watch me, but he was saying stuff that some of the not just to watch you, but he was just saying all kinds of stuff. Are there any warlord in Liberia? All the
Okay, that's
different.
not very relevant to
He was
what it
saying
is that's
stuff that
being
don't make
discussed.
sense. So yeah, but
Hmm.
anyway, I blocked him.
He's a
Yeah,
troll.
uh, problem solved. I got 99 problem. He's not gonna be my problem
Not
today.
one of them, huh?
Whatever he knows about Liberia, that's his business. We are moving on. But anyway, yeah. Sorry, I didn't
No,
mean to cut you.
another fear because recently I had a live with this is my partner Chelsea. She's a partner of the agriculture business, American girl trying to invest in Africa, and I presented my proposal. But one thing somebody from the Gambia told her, okay, there's another African brother. Oh, don't go to Liberia. They're in war. Excuse me. Need to
No
close
problem.
my.
No worry.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the guy from Gambia was telling her, oh Liberia, your investment are just gonna go to the west, and the country is so much war is going on, right? So a lot of
Yeah.
people are actually not informed, really, or
Yeah.
misinformed. And I told her Liberia has been stable within the last 15 years, actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
very very stable. So if he was trying to discourage her from actually really going to Liberia to like do anything there, but that's
Yeah.
because when people do not have appropriate information, they try to spread things that are untrue. So
Yeah.
it is our own. It is with us to be able to to promote what the truth is, and in bringing investors to the country, be it somebody who is investing like $10,000, $20,000, or it's not big investment as some people may claim, is to ensure that you present the potential and the opportunities that are there, and
Yeah.
in doing so, understanding that you're actually taking a risk as with anyone else. So anyway, we have to stop this misinformation. Honestly,
Yeah.
people just watch documentaries or go on
Yeah.
some of those things that happened many many years ago. They try to think it's currently taking place, and they're out of touch, I would say.
Yeah.
um,
And usually on my channel, I don't like usually I'm always open to comments and feedbacks and all of that, but I'm not gonna encourage something that's out of like what we are talking about. Like
right.
you're telling people about different things that don't make sense. Of course, if it's your friend's success, she was say, "Hey, can we?" I think she said something about no, that's not that.
Definitely.
Anyway, that's not that. I think her comment, she tried to talk to him too about it. Like, and so I just realized I have to say, well, you know what? I need to block him because he's going out of the way. I don't think he's Liberian. I don't think he's really African. I think he's one of those people that just watched the documentary about all naked and all these guys and now
Yeah, yeah.
bringing that here. But anyway, we are moving on.
We move. Okay, we move.
Yeah, we are moving on. Like I said, I have 99 problem. He's not going to be one.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what are some of the responses you're getting from people? Like, are you getting good response from people on your channel? Like all this good stuff you're doing, your business, everything.
Actually, to be overwhelmingly, actually, the response has been extremely positive. Okay, if anything, people are inspired.
Mm,
People are inspired, and people are risking to actually work with me. To actually work with my team, people
mm.
are risking the investing in Liberia now. Otherwise, some of them said, "Does some people who I spoke with, like, I pretty much gave up on that place, and then I've seen your channel and how inspirational you've been, and the system you're putting in place. They feel more empowered to want to do something in Liberia now more than ever before. I mean, that's the feedback that I'm receiving. And so when I read some of these messages, I tell myself I am more obligated than I was before, to not just deliver, but to be more effective in my delivery, and to constantly motivate my team back in Liberia. Like, look, people are watching us. We gotta deliver. And it does not only help our name, but we will look back and say, I helped this community. We helped this community to be how it is. The development effort, we allow people to have jobs, people to educate their kids, wherever it is the vision becomes. We can look back and smile and drink our canned juice. Then when some of us sitting by our beach houses and just drinking canned juice and say, look,
Yep.
people are working, and people are doing good for themselves, really.
Yeah. That's good. Oh, somebody. Yeah. If you have any question, please ask that question. If you want to come on this live, you have any business idea, you want to chat with Zawadi M live, let's keep everything professional, by the way. But other than that, like my friend, your number one fan, Success, she said here, can we please keep the comment section professional? I think when that guy was commenting, that's when she said this. But this girl, she follows you everywhere. She's your
Yes,
number
I spoke
one
with her
fan.
this morning. Actually, Susan is a good person.
Yeah. So, what have you received any response from government officials?
All the time,
All the stuff you're
all the
doing.
time,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time. So as part of the effort that I talk about on this channel about Burrillville, right? There are a
Yeah.
couple of things that people have concern about the traffic, and it's true that
Yeah.
there is traffic between Douala. There's this terrible, terrible traffic in Douala that reminds me so much of LA, because there were times in LA I sat in traffic for 2 hours. So it's not actually comparable. I would say, like, okay, in Douala it's not as bad, because people who are in like they're not used to it, so they're like, oh my god, so much traffic.
Yeah.
But if that's your daily commute, then that becomes a lot.
Yeah.
But there's the traffic situation that just talks about the road. So when I have spoken to some people from Capitol Hill, they call Capitol Hill, it's more so educating me on the project.
Liberia's Capitol Hill.
Yeah, like vocabulary. It's more so of the projects that are pending in that Brother belt, okay? Because if you're going to Sierra Leone, there's a path to Sierra Leone and back. So that's the road, right? That's the
Mhm.
road that's used. Therefore, in order for us to continue that business and that report, something has to be done. So that's why they have a road project that is called Bridge to Bridge project, construction road project that will be taking place very soon. But it will be constructed by the Japanese. There are other developments, because if you look at the sketch of Brother, or if you just take a look at Brotherville, you will see development as it relates to who's building in that area, right? Location
Yeah.
is everything, and who's building, what is politician or people of high power or whatever it is. You obviously want the place to be easily accessible for people to come in and invest. And now that we're doing this, all these videos about Brewerville all the time, people are listening, and there are some projects pending. I actually just received on Thursday a couple of details regarding lights. go to Burville by year end, like all of it, right? If not all of it, most of it. So the information is coming out of there, and so people are watching, people are listening.
Yeah.
To what it is that we are trying to do, and
Yeah.
how fast to do that, I can't tell you like, okay, they're gonna finish the role in next year. That's actually not feasible anyway.
Yeah.
I don't have timeline, but I do see things that are pending. Markets, places in
Yeah.
Douala, if people can look it up, to Burraville, those things have been constructed.
There are some questions here. Thank you on the show. I know these questions are for you, so I'm gonna read them
Oh,
anyway.
no, I think it's for you too.
Yeah, some of these questions, yeah, hopefully you can answer them.
Yes, sir.
The person said, I have a question. I'm
Yes.
from the US. Why can't African build infrastructure in their countries? Should they import builders from other countries? Do you have any answer to that?
Well, I think that's a very broad question, right? Africa has all the resources that she can have to sustain herself. Now, how those resources are utilized and dispersed, that's a whole different conversation for another day.
Yeah.
So the question really is she talking about a whole continent that consists of how many countries? 50 plus countries, 56 countries?
Yeah.
I'm really not understanding, because if she's talking about totality of all countries, then has she gone to those countries that are highly infrastructured, like they
Yeah.
have good infrastructure
Yeah.
going on? So I really don't know.
I don't. I'm not trying to insult her in any way, but I can say that she's not fully informed on different countries to know which one she's talking about. When it comes to building infrastructures. So maybe she's just asking a general question.
So she's talking about like builders, like contractors, engineers, like like, because she said, should they import builders from other countries?
Builders from other countries. She was like, why can't African build infrastructure in their own countries? Why we are not
So
building?
also some of the infrastructures that taking place in, like, let's say country like Ghana, who's building it? If you check the contract to see who's
That's what I'm
building
saying.
it,
That's why not being informed. That's why I said
I
not
really
being
don't want
informed.
to do that, because
Yeah.
because then I will start like pointing out countries
Yeah. Like it is
where,
South Africa.
if you look on, let's take South Africa out for a
Yeah.
minute, okay? If you look at countries like, let's say Kenya, Rwanda, look at them and look at the contract and see how many people from the same continent are on
Yeah.
those contracts, because
Yeah.
that is what the requirement is. So I think putting the whole continent into this question is doing disservice,
Yeah.
because it's a huge continent,
Yeah.
and the question is just a broad question, and
Yeah.
it is due to a lot of misinformation, because, like I said, if you look at some of those contracts, you
Yeah.
will see those are actual African builders, but Africa is huge. So
Yeah.
let's take a look at Ghana. You will see majority of the people doing those infrastructural work, they're
Yeah.
Ghanaian, they're from
Yeah.
Ghana.
And
And they have qualified people out of Ghana anyway too,
yeah.
that can do.
And that's what I was talking about. It's not I was being I'm trying to be polite by saying I'm not saying that she doesn't know what she's talking about, but at the same time, if she had maybe made some research to know that in Ghana they have Ghanaians that can do the work, she won't ask that general question. She would say, but why can't people do this in this country or that country? But
But
anyway,
the same question goes to, why is it the U.S. Always bring nurses from Cuba, Philippines, and I mean, I just don't.
why is it when you call AT&T, somebody answer from
They have to, yeah,
India?
they have to outsource. You have to contract. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. But anyway, I think we answered that question somehow, some ways. We are moving on to your next question, which is what is the fastest way to create jobs? Manufacturing?
I think partially manufacturing and also production. If you are asking the question relating to Liberia, I will speak
Hmm.
to it, because we are really not producing. So if you take a look at the GDP, right, gross domestic product, how much are we producing within the country? Are we producing our own food? Are we manufacturing? Where are the manufacturing plants? So when we focus in that that direction for manufacturing production, you will start to see more people will get to work, and the GDP will increase. But because we are lacking in those areas, that's why you see there has been mass import into the country, and that's why some of us are trying to change in the sense of production, right? Look into agriculture. People who are investing in heavy production of even rice, to reduce the level of import into the country. So anyway, that I'm just asking, answering based on Liberia. I know Nigeria
Yeah,
is like the highest importer of rice in out
yeah.
of Africa, in that on that side of Africa. Anyway,
I think Larry D is asking I think he's asking about Liberia.
it's production and manufacturing.
Yeah.
Yeah, production and manufacturing.
Yeah, but anyway, before we continue, I want to say this. If you have any question after this live show, you can email Zawadi M at janyane@gmail.com. Email her, she will answer all your questions. If you email Liberian TV, I will forward your email to her. But I'm not the right person
Oh,
to
come on,
ask.
Jen. You still answer them.
No, I can answer them, but I'm talking about you're my super business person. If they're asking me how can I get Zawadi M to build my house, I'll say, well, okay, here you go, Zawadi M. Anything that has to do with you, I will send it to you. That
Yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. If somebody asks me about hey Jefferson, how do I buy land in Liberia? Well, I know who can answer that question good. So I will send that to you. So, and if any of you have, I know a lot of people watching right now, and I'm very glad. Thank you, Zawadi M, for being on this show. I'm very excited. We are not ending this. We're just starting. I'm just appreciating her for being here. But anyway, like I said, if you have any question, email zawadiem at gmail.com and she will get back to you. If you have any question right now, please ask that question or forever hold your peace. One of the question I wanted to ask you is that what are some of the things that you really like about what you are doing on your YouTube channel right now? Like something that you just look back and say, man, I'm glad I created this YouTube channel.
Honestly, just the business segments.
Yeah,
I like the business segments. I like that I'm able to share what it is that I'm doing. I think part of what I want to incorporate is what are some of the barriers of progress, because initially there were some barriers of progress I think I've shared all my life. Um, that I did recently as it relates to the agriculture project. But really getting into some of the aspect of alleviating issues with staffing. I think
yeah,
a lot of people don't think people can be trusted. They can find quality labor within the labor force is about 70%, which is like youth population. A lot of them are looking for work, but they don't think that they can trust the labor force to do their work. And more so, I would like to go more in depth into how you can get over that, to have strong trusted team members to work with you. I think that's one of the focus that I need to go on. But I think, like I said, my business segments are good, giving people ideas of businesses they can potentially establish and areas they can start those businesses. What puts smiles on my face is when people get their land, they purchase the land, the process is smooth and legit, and
yeah.
they're happy. And that is something that I actually like, because we are producing results and not just sitting and talking. We are really good at talking things, but like I said, we are not action driven, and so we need to get out of that talking phase and go into solution based phase, of development.
Some of those people that got the land from you that bought that you helped to buy land in Liberia. Was it difficult from the beginning dealing with them? Like, were they a little bit skeptical to say, "Oh, I don't know her," even though she talk about this, but I don't know her that well. Was it difficult getting the land for them? Were they skeptical?
Initially, there was the first person who purchased was a young gentleman. He was on my channel recently. He was referred to me actually. He goes, "Oh, I went through this dispute and all that kind of stuff." And I said, "Just try me."
Yeah.
And I told him, "You can't just try me with because we were talking about money. Although I'm saying just try me,
Yeah.
these are the paperwork that we will put in place for you. I would like your representative, if you have any on ground, to go take a look at the land. They can do
Yeah.
their observation, and then
Yeah.
if they feel satisfied, they let you know. If you don't like the process, it's okay. You are still
Yeah.
cool. We move."
Yeah.
And he immediately called me and said, "Hey, my aunt liked the place. She called me. She sent the video to me. Let's move on with the process." But he told me, though, he said, "I am scared." And I told him, I said, "You have my number. I'm not running away," and all this stuff. And he was like, "Okay, fine. I'm just going to take a risk with you." So he did that. What I'm more impressed about is this, and I think people now are listening because I told people to do due diligence, right? So I had a lady recently, she asked me so many questions.
Yeah.
She's listening. Her questions were very, very relevant because you don't want to purchase something and somebody come later and say, "Oh, that's my land," and just start scratching your head. It's just too much, right? But this lady asked me so many questions that I was like, "Wow, I'm working for my money." She asked me so many questions, and she did a follow up, and she sent her representative. Her representative told her some things like they liked the place and then some questions she had, and then I answered. Then she said, "Okay, let's proceed."
Yeah.
So I don't care how long it takes for you to get your questions answered, as
Yeah.
long as you ask me all the right questions. Because at the end of the day, you work hard for your money. I
Yeah.
work for it. You work for it. So you're trying to purchase something for
Yeah.
yourself. You need to know what it is that you're purchasing. And so I don't even feel offended when people ask thousands of questions via email, of course. Um, via email because I just can't be on the phone for hours talking about the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Um, so yes, people now as we go forward, people are just not as skeptical because
Yeah.
most times when their relatives go or their friends go to check out the land, they are so excited. There's nothing that look like it's fishy. Everything is good. They say, "Hey, can we move on with the next step?" And the next step is a contract that I send over to them. They
Yeah.
read it. They want me to modify anything, modify it, send it back to them. They make the 70% payment. We do the survey, we cornerstone it, we probate it. I tell them, "Do you want me to give your land to the people in Liberia? Do you want me to DHL it to you?" They agree with either method. They pay my 30%. They have their stuff over. I call my staff, "Hey, check on this, make sure we are good. No issues." I think it
Yeah.
has been smooth. I'm very surprised,
That's
actually.
really good.
Yeah.
I'm very excited that you are helping our people. On behalf of my viewers, I'm gonna ask the question too though. I think you said you just said that, but I just want to know like what is the process from the start to the end, and how long does it take like if I decide to buy my land from you, how long will it take for me to get my land? The process from
That's a very
step
good
one
question.
till the end, and then how long total? How long? Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 1 year?
I hope not 1 year. That's a very good question. That's a very good question.
Yeah,
Typically, is everything is contingent on your funding, your budget.
yeah,
I would tell you between the 2 weeks to 3 weeks. Okay,
okay,
if you have relatives on the ground, it will be 2 weeks. If
okay,
you perhaps say, "You know what, I want to buy two lots, for example, but maybe I want to add more," then I could hold the deed so that way we can have another deed ready, then we can ship it to you. That's pretty
yeah,
much, that's how it is. But like
yeah,
I would say, the standard time is 2 weeks to 3 weeks. The
okay,
first thing, the reason why it even take that long, because the cornerstone, when my guy makes the cornerstone, it has to dry before he
yeah,
plants there. It's rainy season. And
yeah,
even today, he told me, "Hey, I have 4 cornerstones I made for a client, but it's raining. I
yeah,
can't take it there." And I said, "It's okay. We can take it there when it stops raining." So that would be the only other thing that even make that to a 2 weeks, because when it's done, I go check in the archive. I actually know somebody good that work in the archive. Go check in the archive to make sure that everything is good, and probate and everything, and then we send copies, everything, the whole process. You are included as a buyer, and then when you decide where you want your deed to be sent, either here or back there, be left there. We provide it to you. We say, have a good day. You have any questions, contact me, and we're good.
Yeah. I think I don't know the person is from your channel. Maybe they watch your channel and somebody was supposed to come online and they didn't come. I think there was a female that was supposed to come. They say, "Hello,
Oh,
sister. Where's the other females that isn't coming online to express themselves in the program like yours?" It's that you remember something like that? Like maybe when you're doing the
I
live
don't
video.
know. I don't know if you're referencing Chelsea, because the very first time I did my live, with
Hmm.
having people on, she was on, but she had a lot of connectivity issues. So then she was on recently with Stefan, and we had the live. So I don't know if Noel missed the live show, but she was actually on.
So somebody is asking this question. Maybe you have an answer to it. I think the time is now. The person is asking this question: are West African nations allowed to print their own money?
This is something that Gaddafi and everyone tried to get Africa to have their own one currency. This is something that was advocated, but like I said, don't want to go into the political aspect of anything.
Yeah,
Uh, but it has been discussed with the West African region. I know the Ghanaian president and others have been talking about this single currency thing, but I don't know how far they've gone with it. So then I just go into, if you have a single currency, for example, right? Then you can print that single currency. But every country has theirs, and it hasn't come to the agreement of what that will look like. So who's printing what?
yeah. All right, so there's another question here. I'm sure you're the land guru, the land super lady. That's where I'm gonna because you're doing a good job right now, and I think people are appreciating you. Maybe you have answer to this. Why are land being sold in Liberia by lots, not acres?
Land are being sold via acres. You can
Hmm.
purchase it. It's everything is contingent on your affordability. What can
Yeah,
you
and the
afford?
location too,
The
right?
location. So, for
Yeah,
example, if you can only afford a lot, then you get a lot, right? And but the thing that has been very consistent is the measurement. The measurement of the alley is consistent across all kinds of lands. The measurement of the lot is consistent because these surveyors have permit and they are licensed. So you're getting the same information across anywhere. Now, as far as the pricing of the survey is different per person, uh, but you can buy land as an acre or as a lot. Just how
yeah,
much you can afford.
yeah. Um, Anyway, I think people are asking good questions. I
Yeah,
really
very
like
good
this.
questions. I think these are very good questions,
Yeah,
actually.
other than the guy that I blocked, everybody else is doing good. And this is my first time blocking somebody because if you would leave everything and start going too political and start making things that are not true, then hey, and people start suggesting, hey, no, we are not taking this. Hey, it's not just me, but if other people don't like it, we are going for it. I don't care. But anyway, I don't know. This one is just somebody' opinion. Regarding manufacturing, we need Firestone to start manufacturing rubber products in LIB. Going forward, no more raw rubber materials should leave the country.
I mean, I drove through Firestone when I was going to Ball Mines, and
Yeah,
you could see the rubber trees and all of that. I can't speak to that because I don't know the contractual terms between
yeah,
the Liberian government. To be quite fair, I don't know what are when they were procuring the contracts. I don't know what it is that is stated within that contract. I
yeah,
cannot go in details of anybody contract that I've not read, quite frankly.
yeah.
But go for no more rubber material should be. Well, is that what the contract says? If the contract said no rubber, then who's accountable to see what those people are doing?
Yeah.
I guess the
We
question.
we asked about your land consultation and the process, and I want to ask about your business consultation. If somebody want to do business in Liberia, and man, I'm scratching my head. I'm saying it the Liberian way. I'm scratching my head. I don't know what to do. What play I can start. So what is the process, and how can somebody? I know they can email you, but I just want to know the process. Should they email you and you guys take it from there, or what's up?
Typically for this business consultations, they email me or get on a phone call, and I tell them please make it 30 minutes only.
Uh, Okay.
Um, and the first thing I ask, why do you want to do business in Liberia? And then they go on and on about certain things. And then I tell them if this is something you really want to do and dedicate your time to, you got to answer some questions. A survey that I'm going to send you. What is the baseline? I want to collect a baseline to know where you are.
Hmm.
With your plans, you know, do you even have a business plan? Have you been to like what kind of experience that make you think you can have a business? I think a lot of times people just want to rush into stuff, you
Yeah.
know, want to rush into business. Yeah, I mean, risk. That's not the kind of risk people are talking about. Get up and say you want to go do a business. That's not what it is. Um, and successful people like Bill Gates and Oprah Winfrey, when they tell you that they failed, one of the reasons why the first reason they tell you is because they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
And when you fail the first time and you learn from that, you become more successful if you modify your strategies when you go on to the next business. And so that's why I ask people, why do you want to do business? What kind of knowledge do you have? And it's not to put you down, so I can know, okay, these are the resources that I can provide you with in order for you to get your stuff going. And these are the people that you may want to partner with if you're not business savvy. These are
Yeah.
the people that you want to partner with in order to, get your dream out there.
Yeah. I know you don't like to talk politics, but because I have to ask this question. When I went to East Coast recently, we were talking about some oops, your channel name came up, and somebody asked me, "Man, this girl is so she's so she inspired me all the time. I want to go to Liberia. I want to do this. She has a lot of interest in Liberia. Is she planning on running for office in the future?" Somebody asked me that question, so I just thought I should ask you on the show, even though I didn't tell you that. But I just want to ask you that. Do you have any intention of running for office in the future?
I don't rule out that, okay?
Okay.
But it's not my primary objective. The reason why I say I don't rule that out is because I have been I have professional colleagues. I have people who have aspiration to run for president in Liberia. I have 3, 4 people who want to be president in Liberia someday. So do I, when I say I don't rule myself out, it's not that I rule myself out as president. I rule myself out. And in saying that, oh hey, I don't rule myself out, is that maybe that colleague may come and I could be like, be a consultant or whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? Like if as it relates to anything healthcare, I could provide some kind of consultation service. I don't rule any of that out. However, it's just not my objective at
Yeah.
all. Um, I do this for private sector reasons,
Yeah.
not political.
Anyway, this is the question. Do you think Toro a good idea in Liberia when it comes to infrastructure building? Somebody
I think
said something like that.
I think you have to look at key points that people are coming through, right?
Yeah.
If you look at certain high traffic zones, right? Then you can ask yourself, but the road network has to be good before you think about
Yeah.
everything, you know. So for example, if let's say Providence Island was like running tourism, or a lot of people were trying to get to it, then you might wonder, yeah, maybe that would make sense, like 50 cents, $1, whatever, that would make sense because you would see the benefit in that. But where there are other issues, you want to mitigate those issues first, which is like the roads, like having more paved roads and having more network from counties to cities. We're having a lot of those networks coming together. Then you see influx of people doing business transactions from one county to the next, and then that will make more sense because obviously it can help with the infrastructure aspect, raising money for some of those things, but the road network, some of it is just not that great.
Yeah.
So having that system, they're just not.
So the other question here is, Do you have access to land up in Buchanan County? And well, that's Grand Bassa County.
Mhm.
I heard that the beach over there is nice, and I need development. And need
Very nice.
development. Yeah,
It's
I'm traveling back to Liberia in October. Please advise.
okay. So do you have assistance? I do not
Yeah,
have beach land in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, because it's just a lot of headache, lots of headache. And by headache, I'm not trying to discourage you. You can go and do your own due diligence. I just prefer not to go to, oh, this person bought this and this person bought this, and now I have to come and buy from this. I just don't like that kind of headache. I
yeah,
like to go through a process that is smooth, in a sense like that. But now a lot of people have titles. The land deed, I have to buy from this person. I like to go to the main owner of the land and negotiate it that way, because I just don't want people coming from out of the woodwork to say, "Oh, that's my stuff."
yeah,
However, though, Buchanan is very nice as far as what it is that he's asking. He
yeah.
no asking about.
The what?
Is that a he or she? I think that's a he.
I think Noel. Noel should be.
Noah. Is that a
Yeah.
Noah or okay?
N- Let me say the name. It's Noel, right? Noel.
Noah. Okay.
Noel.
Okay.
Like yeah. So that person should be maybe Guy.
Uh, a female name can be Robin. So
Yeah.
and a guy name
So
Robin. Guy.
you never know. It depends where the person live and what. Yeah,
But the person doesn't live in Grand Bassa. I think I've seen this individual in here before.
yeah.
Anyway, but
I
yeah,
know. I know when you went to Liberia, you saw a lot of things, probably things that you don't, that actually you don't like. You're like, man, I wish we changed these things. I wish this were, I know this were better. The traffic, for example. What was some of the good things that you saw there? Like, for example, number one thing that you saw there, or maybe a few things that you saw and say, you know what, I really love this. It's great. Anything? Come on.
oh man, come on. The question is very broad. As far as what?
Like for example, maybe you went somewhere and said, "Wow, this beach area is so nice. This is
Oh, I see what
Liberia.
you
I
mean.
love the paradise."
I, hey, every time I go to Liberia, I go to Kenija. I think I'm giving my place away. I go to
Okay.
Kenija. I have such peace of mind when I go to that place. A peace of mind, like seriously.
Yeah.
Kenija is the food is good there.
Yeah.
Drinks, they can make any drink you want in that place. The
Yeah.
bartenders are very good, and I've been to other places in Liberia. Don't get me wrong, but they
Yeah.
can make the best sex on the beach drink. The best Long Island. This is just really good drinks. They make good drinks there. The service at the bar is just excellent. You can go sit by the beach and just get your coconut. Things are just great at Kenija. Okay, that's one service area. I have also gone to like a local restaurants to support local businesses, and
Okay.
the food has been excellent. Service was good to some of the areas that I went on Broad Street. The service was good. Like I think I talked about the restaurant the last time. God's Favor, that's what it's called. The young lady was really good with her customer service. I applauded her for that as well. She was doing a good job when we were there. Food was good there. Um, what else? The reason why it's hard for me to speak so much to these things, because I go to Liberia for business, so it's very
Yeah.
hard for me to like
It's
go.
not for like J.
Yeah, it's not, and
Yeah.
so I'm like um,
All right. The same
yeah.
is about business. I want to ask this business question. How difficult do you, from your perspective, how difficult registering a business in Liberia? Is it difficult or good or easy or?
You just gotta know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's one of the department that I think is easy.
Okay.
The reason why it's difficult for a lot of people is because they don't know how to prepare the documents. A
Yeah.
lot of times, the article of incorporation,
Don't be looking at me when you're saying that.
a lot of times they said the something monkey know something about somebody know who the jacket face you wear it. I forgot what it
They say
is.
when a shoe fits you, you should wear it.
Exactly. But the reason why people have an issue with business registration is because they don't have the proper document.
Yeah.
Article of incorporation for an S corp is different from when you're registering something as a limited liability LLC. And so when they have this issue of, the article of incorporation is not correct, I'm not looking at somebody there.
I just, by the way, people, just to clarify everything, recently I sent her something, and now when she's talking article of incorporation, I
And
love it.
but that's the major roadblock, that they don't know what kinds of
You know
documents.
what? I take my question back. No, you can answer. I'm just joking with you.
No, but that is one of the issues, because that's one place, that's the one department, that's money department. So they
Yeah.
want to make sure you get your stuff done. Okay, so they're more effective.
Yeah. You done?
Yes.
You happy?
Digress.
Anyway, I'm going back to your questions, and I'm glad this has nothing to do with making me look stupid in a good way. Um, okay, this one has to do with dual citizenship. I don't know if you want to comment on that.
I mean, dual citizenship. It was voted against recently.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but the question says that you think dual citizenship will encourage African American to invest in the country?
Of course. I think it's not just dual citizenship that will encourage people, right? You need to establish uh, a sense of some type of security. Actually, I have to move because my phone is gonna die.
I understand.
I
Yeah,
live on my phone, so it dies quite often. Hold on.
that's okay.
I thought you're about to
Anyway,
say that. I thought you're about to say that your business.
oh yeah, well, I'm trying to be professional here. The world is watching. The globe is watching. But anyway, since that other guy went off on me, I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to take it easy. But anyway, Zawadi M, she's plugging her phone in. She's
I move my hair.
well, I've been talking to her for about an hour now. I think that kills the phone. She will be right back. You can look at my face but for now. This is back. I know you guys are dropping out little by little until she's back. Anyway, your favorite person is back.
Oh my god.
Even my family like watching Zawadi M. One of my auntie was saying that girl there, even that girl when she made 10 hours video, I would sit down and watch that video. That girl there for video
Nice.
informative. I said, whoa, auntie, slow down. Her
That's
videos are very informative, and she's a very good person. The way she talk, if I wanted to buy land right now, I would go to her. I said, "Oh, auntie, slow down now." I said, "But how about my channel?" She was like, "If you put her on your channel, I will watch your channel every day." I said, "Okay." So it seems that I'm losing one of the family members to Zawadi M, which is good. I don't mind. But anyway, yeah, I think you were saying something. Where are we? I'm Emil.
Oh, dual citizenship. So I was
Yeah,
saying
dual
that
citizenship.
I think it will encourage more people to want to go, but there is a form of awareness. There's a kind of awareness that needs to be established, right? Because a lot of African Americans are going to Africa, right? But they are going to Ghana and other places, but because a lot of them are not aware of Liberia, right? And Liberia's the historical context relating to African American. A lot of them don't know that history.
Yeah,
If anywhere they should go, really, it's
yeah,
Liberia. You know who
yeah,
what the first president was for Liberia, right?
yeah, yeah,
So I think if the history and that awareness is made, right, then most of them would be able to think, okay, what are some of the opportunities? These are places that we can go and do our needs assessment and explore, right? But
yeah,
you have to establish that. But then the dual citizenship just amplified the efforts,
yeah,
because that's very important. But even the Ghana that people rush to, Ghana don't immediately provide you with dual citizenship. I think recently when I watched, they granted 50 plus people some kind of dual citizenship, right? But this has been long in the pipeline.
Yeah.
It did never stop people from going to do business there, but
Yeah.
because there has been some level of awareness in Ghana, that's why these people have been going there. And Liberia, we need to also establish that, and some of these conversations that we're having, and giving people the opportunity to go and feel secure with their investments perhaps that they want to establish. So we need to increase awareness.
Yeah. So somebody is asking you a question. I'm Emil.
That's the same
What?
person. Well, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the same. Yeah. When next are you going to be on the ground in Liberia? I need to have a tour of the areas of where your land development is. I'm not African. I'm
Mm-hmm.
from the Caribbean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Brother, I have a strong team on the ground. Don't worry, I'll be like in Liberia within the next 3 months. So I don't know how long you're going to be there, but if you're there around the same time, I'll be there and I can have a meeting with you. But if you, for example, go in October, I have a strong team that can give you a tour of these properties, and you will be just fine. Trust me when I say I have a strong team. They represent the team.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you don't have to be on the ground actually to do it because you got people there that can make that work.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So and one of the questions I wanted to ask: how's your eggland farm is doing? Your chicken egg farm, how is doing?
We are doing good. We are supplying, and when I tell you that we take it to the market and it's gone, I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
Again, we are supplying. So within the next quarter, we are trying to go to Douala to
Yeah.
supply that area.
Yeah.
So again, like I said, we are going to take it piece by piece. I think I have a pattern now of community by community, and so even with the the eggs, we are supplying Bami, right, and then moving to Douala, and then we're going to move beyond and beyond to where at one point we want to be able to supply Liberia. We want to be the number one provider of choice for
Yeah.
eggs in Liberia.
So is there any? I don't know what I think you said. You guys go on the market and people just buy. I don't know if you will need customer. You are looking for customers right now,
We're
but
always looking for customer, but
but I,
we,
but I
we
wanted to ask you, what's the contact information that somebody can contact if they need fresh egg from your eggland?
yeah, they can contact our portal. We have our portal number. I can don't have it offhand. I
Yeah.
cannot call numbers offhand, but you can call the farm and say, hey, I want to order fresh eggs, and it will be there waiting for you. And one of the things that is within plan is to be able to deliver within 10 mile radius.
Yeah.
That's all within plan. But like I said, our goal is to provide quality eggs, one little town at a time, and then go beyond Bami,
Yeah.
Douala, all those places. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if people live in Burrillville, they're gonna be buying eggs from me because
Yeah.
Burrillville is not far from there.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure somebody can contact you to your email that we had up there, and you can also forward it to the person in charge back there in Liberia, right?
You
If
can
they need.
contact Eggland Customer Service at
Okay.
gmail.com.
Okay. Yeah. That. All right. Cool. All right. Just to let you know, I know I've been talking to you for about an hour, 30 minutes, and I'm liking the conversation. But for some, I know you're a busy businesswoman. If we reach that point and you want to go, just let me know, and we
So
would like
so
to
we
go.
know
Um,
what time is it?
it's about 4 p.m. It's just 4 p.m. Yeah.
Okay, I
I
can be for sometime. I have a meeting at 5.
Oh, I thought you said you're hungry again.
Oh, I'm gonna cook. I'm waiting for my stuff to defrost before I cook.
Oh, okay. You are always hungry. I was just being sarcastic.
I'm always hungry, you know it.
I think this one is something about you're right. Um, this one is something about I had a plan to go to Ghana and ended up in Liberia by incident.
I think
Now I'm hooked up on Liberia because Ghana is getting too crowded.
I think this person is going a smart route, and it's not because I'm Liberian. I think
Yeah,
the market is becoming so saturated that the opportunities are just few now coming by. And so you want to go to a place where it's not too populated or too
Hmm.
crowded, because you're not only just looking at get penetrating the market, but you're also looking at sustainability, and that's a place where the competition is not as much, like beer in this instance. And therefore, you get some value of what it is that you're trying to establish. So I think going into Liberia, this gentleman going to Liberia would be a good start
Yeah.
for what it is that he's trying to do.
I have another business question, and this one is not about me. Just asking
Oh,
for
is
my
that about you? Okay.
for my viewers.
Okay.
If somebody was thinking like, I want to register my business in Liberia, but I'm here in the US, not me. Is that something that you think you have a team back there you can do
Yes, I do. Surprisingly, I have team that can do it.
it? Why you screech that like they can do it?
My supervisor is a jack of all tricks.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
he is capable person
I see.
to do that kind of work
Yeah. Good to know. I'm just asking for my viewers. I
for
mean,
yourself. Yes.
I think for the viewers. Anyway, let me see. You guys keep sending the comments because Zawadi M is still here. She's here till I think 5 because she said she's still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I sent you an email on your other email concerning the group of serious-minded business people. We will
Mm-hmm.
chat on your other email side on the business venture.
Yes,
Thank you.
definitely. I look forward to speaking with this gentleman. Has been very serious in terms of wanting to engage. Doing my last live thing that I had,
Yeah.
he was more involved and very curious and wanting to really find solutions to certain things. So I look forward to really talking to you more.
Yeah.
I think his head is in the right place.
So, do you have anything in mind that you want to talk about? I know we've been talking about things. I've been throwing questions at you, all the difficult questions, some things that we
What
never
is your
planned.
what is your own contribution to Liberia Jefferson?
Oh, so it's not about me, it's about you today. I'm gonna do that to dodge your question. But anyway, to be honest with you, my contribution is first I want to use this platform to be promoting Liberia. The first thing is to get right now I have about 4 persons working with me and I'm training them how the type of videos that I want from them, which is going to places and filming develop things the development things that are going on right now, like houses, building houses and different things, tourist attraction, historical sites, and all those things. I want the channel to promote Liberia. That's the number one thing that I'm working on right now. The next thing is business. I really want to invest in Liberia. I want to be at the point in which every land that I come across, I want to buy it to at some point to build things. I can build apartment complex. I can build hotel. I can build motel. I can build. I will have my own house, of course, but I want to do that because at the end of the day, at some point people will discover Liberia, and some of us will have no chance. So I want to at some point invest in real estate. So that's one of my plans, and those are my 2 plans right now. But I also have other things that I want to do. In the US, I also do audio visual. I started doing audio visual. Then I started doing video engineering. I started doing other things. Anything that has to do with live events. One of my goals is to go to Liberia and train people. Even though here I'm not a DJ, but I want to train people how to be DJ in Liberia. And so that when somebody need, like they have weddings, they have party, they have this, they know where to go. And I also want to buy the equipment in Liberia so that if somebody want to rent a speaker, microphone, projection, all of these things, they can rent it from me. And that could be one of the first things that I will do in Liberia. I'm planning on going to Liberia in December.
Good for you.
Where am I go? Yeah, go to Liberia in December, get that audio visual going. Make sure the channel is promoting Liberia tourist attraction, historical sites, showing different developments. If somebody's building a nice house, talk to them. Hey, can we showcase your house? Something like that. Recently, we went to the place you were talking about, the Kennedy Hotel.
Kenya?
Yeah, but one of the things they did was it's almost like it's a little bit difficult. It's been a little bit difficult trying to get some of the major hotels and other people to film them. They're asking
Okay,
for.
I know the owner of Libasa. You want to go
Okay.
there?
That would be great because it been a little bit frustrating because right now I've been trying to showcase these people. Like we went to Kennedy Hotel and they say, "Oh, you need permit, you need this." It's like you're trying to make movie there, in which you just want to send somebody there to just film a video showcasing the place. Like, hey, this is one of the beautiful place here. You show different part of the place, and then even put their phone number in the video so that people can call them or put their website link, everything like that. And they started asking different questions. They didn't want to. They didn't want. It was a little bit difficult, and I was like, "Wow, this is really crazy." Here,
I'll
yeah,
connect you with Lisa Alibasa.
yeah. Because in the U.S. here, it's if you're doing something, people get paid to do that. Recently, I get sponsored to go on the East Coast just to show somebody business, and now you were trying to show hotels and all these businesses in Liberia, and they're like, it's almost like they don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, wow,
Well,
you're
the
trying to
issue with
communicate.
Kenny Jai, they have new ownership, so some things changed over
Yeah,
time. Um, but we can discuss off camera how you
yeah,
can get that done.
yeah.
Yeah.
Besides them, there are other places that I try to send my guys and other people in Liberia, and they've been a little bit different.
It's a different kinds
Yeah,
of process
yeah,
over.
different. I said, wow. Usually, people will pay other, YouTube influencer, and other people to do this, but we are not asking for money. We're just trying
But
to showcase Liberia.
it's not. I think we got to talk your approach,
Yeah,
then you'll get results.
yeah. Okay.
It's a different kind of audience. So you got to use a
Yeah.
different approach.
You're right. I'm trying to give it different. I'm trying to also. I'm not trying to give those people bad reputation. Oh, they are not being cooperative or anything like that. But at the same time, it's a little bit frustrating. But the first person that I talked to myself, they agreed. They was like, okay, cool. So I was thinking, I'm like, okay, maybe my people there, they're not approaching them right because when I told them, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. They were like, okay, yes, yeah. Oh wow, do it. So you're right. Maybe the approach is different.
Yeah,
But anyway,
remind me, send me a text so I can give you Lisa's info.
sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, enough about me. You see, that's why I didn't want to talk about me. It's about you, Zawadi M.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right. So
Zawadi,
let's. Some of your viewers. Are they going to Liberia this December as well?
a lot of people are going to Liberia, especially when I share your video on Liberian TV. Some people would say, that, "Oh, I'm going to Liberia. I can't wait." Or when we share video out of Liberia, a lot of people, especially when we start sharing some of the beautiful places like Sincor, different places, and people go, "Oh wow, Liberia is actually beautiful. It's not all the places are not dirty." So we are going. I'm going to Liberia this December. So a lot of people are excited to go there.
I'm
And
happy. I wish them well. Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait to hopefully I can go to Liberia in December, and I think it's going to be more about business too, like trying to figure out how things work there. Of course, I've been learning a lot from you. You are my number one inspiration. You inspire me actually.
I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to go there and see how things work, and then once I come back, we will see what's up. But anyway, your entertainment center, you always talk about your entertainment center on your
Yes.
channel. Can
Yes.
you tell us about that?
That entertainment center, I can't wait. The kind of events that we're gonna be having over there is just gonna be top notch services. The entertainment center, the part of the reason I love that place is I love water. I love the view of the water, and
Hmm.
the entertainment center when you're there, the view is spectacular when you're looking outside of it. You get a really nice view, and the breeze blows and it's not hot, and it's very nice and situated in a nice spot. So it's a place that people on that River Street Highway will want to make a top choice, because once you leave Painesville and you leave Farmington and Farmington Hotel by the airport, at that point you're not even having any option. So
Wow.
and this place becomes the top option. Obviously you can go to Marshall for the Basa and John Brise and all that. May God rest his soul, he passed away. But you don't have as many options. So this place becomes your top option.
Yeah.
And that entertainment center, like I said, we're going to offer karaoke night. We're going to have Afrobeats night. We're going to have straight to Liberian music night. So like there's all kinds of different things that we'll be having there. Events, weddings, all kinds of different things. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So the last time you were asking your viewers on the name, what did you come up with?
I told them on my channel that once we were installing the tiles, I would tell them the name of it. But
so that's a long suspense.
Yes, but it's not the full name, but it has some Zawadi in it.
Yeah. Oh, nice. All right. So you want to tell me? Nobody's listening. Just tell me now.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to trick you.
You'll be fine.
I will stay on inside, huh?
Oh no, you'll fall down inside. New slang, you'll fall down inside.
All right, now you've been speaking louder, Siri.
Oh please, no.
How about let's speak a little bit. Let's speak colloquial.
Yeah. What kind of colloquial
The last time we tried this, you beat me inside. So I said, I'm here for revenge. So everybody watching, I hope you're listening not because they get she fan. Your mother take her side because she fan. The colloquial, we are ready.
Always win colloquial with me.
The last time, even people posted a trophy, like a real something. Like, oh, she beat you. I'm like, oh man, I can't watch this. This is bad. I'm the one supposed to beat this girl, but she did well. So, fine girl, let me tell you. The last time you go to Liberia, you tried to speak Olokwa? I'm asking a question.
Oh, I thought that generator was talking in your stomach, my man. I thought that generator was talking in your stomach there because I hear that question there.
That thing you're talking, when I was in Johnson Street, that mean they used to call for Kolokwa.
I beg you, that Kolokwa that you say is speaking, I think to me, you were very fun that.
So that what play you learn to speak your Kolokwa now? That question that I've been asking.
And then but they bring more open. Yeah, I know they bring more open. They bring more open.
Me, I used to go to West Point. I used to go to Looking Town. When it comes to colloquial competition, me and my man Georgie Botini, we used to hang out. Takun J, we used to be going around speaking colloquial. Huh? Senegal, dear boy, that man there. We used to be hanging around. My man, what's the name? Mr. Smith, LIB money. What's that guy? Oh, what's your favorite Liberian music right now going on?
I'm biased. I'm biased. I was in Latin, but my other I like the way you bang me.
Oh, bang me, yeah. I know that song. My favorite song right now. Well, I listened to that Zombie until I don't want to listen to it anymore. The Zombie dance, and then there's another song. Oh, what's his name? Tell me. I listen to that song over and over. There's one song they call They Say You Are There, They Say You Are That. Huh?
What is it called?
There's a song, it's called They Say You Are This, They Say You Are That, but I still like you. That's a Liberian song. It's crazy. I went on the East Coast recently.
Whatever they say, I said went to the market.
Yeah, I went on the East Coast recently, and they were playing all these Liberian music. Excuse me? We are not better, man. And I even scream you a donor. Your mother let my English fool you. Your mother let my grammar fool you. Sometimes I can turn it upside down. When I was in the village, that means the people that used to call to read the letter there. When I used to read to them, they say, I said, based on my ability, based on my capability, that means you can call.
You know all, my man. You know all.
Man, you can see it from my eye. I used to be in looking town. I said, my man, don't try it. When we used to sell all the Ducafle.
Donc après, on s'est pas bridge, hein? You all right.
So even when if I go to Liberia, said that people will say, "Well, all the America you still speaking colloquial like this."
But you they say you can take the colloquial out of the person. You
they
can take the question from Liberia, you can take the colloquial out
say
of
they
there.
say you can take the person out of the hood, but you can't take the colloquial out of the person.
No, no, no.
Shut up.
We born and die with colloquial.
I was born in Liberia. I will die in Liberia. I was born with colloquial. I will die with colloquial. You know
Colloquial on your forehead.
what you say?
You will sit on your side.
Oh, I didn't want to because that job was a little bit that job was confidential, so I don't want to say I don't know what I should say the person name. I went on a job. I went on a job. We were talking, and we were talking on a normal level. And the person was like, "Wow, I'm finding it hard to figure out your accent. Where you from? Are you from Jamaica? You from the Caribbean? You're from South Africa?" So I say I'm from Liberia. The person was like, the female, American female. And the person was like, wow, it's kind of hard to figure out Liberia. So the person, I didn't know, the person went on Google and they find something about Liberia. They're like, oh, wow, you Liberians speak a little bit different than a lot of Africans that I know because a lot of Nigerians would say, what are you doing? So that's what the person, that
You said that?
yeah, your accent is not like that. So I say yes, because Liberia was founded by blacks from the U.S. So they were like, oh wow, that's really amazing. But then the person she started watching the colloquial, and she was like, this sounds a different language. Will you teach me how to say some of this? So I say yes. Hello. She was like, oh wow. So she learned how to say hello. That was so funny. But she was saying that wow, it's kind of hard to really figure out you guys' accent because she listened to President Ellen Johnson's speech, and then she watched another person too. And she was wow, you guys have a different accent. Yeah,
That's
so it
the
was
funny
very
stuff.
funny when I said hello, and then when white person say hello, it just sounds crazy. I was laughing my ass off. But that was yeah, it was so funny when she said hello. I was just start laughing. I couldn't stop laughing, and she kept saying it. That was so funny, and I wasn't expecting myself to be talking to that girl because she's very famous,
Very
and
famous, very famous.
yeah,
Don't
she
ask
has a
for
lot of
famous.
people
Oh
around her.
God.
She always has a lot of people around her, people coming to her. And so she was in the green room and we started talking because my job was to go to people and tell them, hey, this is what you will be doing at this time. This is why when you go on stage and you go on set, this is what you'll be doing. You start from here, you do this, and this is your break time. It was one of those things I was supposed to do, but it gives me the opportunity to talk to her. I was like, wow, good, good, good. I have my accent. And we
Oh,
kept
you're
talking.
so fun.
Yeah. And we just kept talking the whole time. And to my surprise, every time she says something, hey, Jefferson. And she said, if you were celebrated, what would be your name? I said, well, people sometimes my YouTube channel, sometimes I call myself Jeffy T. So now, from that, she started calling me Jeffy T. I don't know.
I wish
But
I was there to say hi to her.
yeah, if I wasn't working, if that wasn't that type of job, I would have taken a picture. I would have even said, I wanted her to ask her to say, hey, can you say shout out to my YouTube channel just so that I can get more subscribers?
I know.
Yeah. Or to just talk to Liberian people, your hello. That alone would have been great. I think that
That
would
would
have
have
been.
taken your channel to 1 million
Oh
subscribers.
yeah,
I
that would
mean,
have been so fun. Even if I had done it for my other YouTube channel, that would have been
yeah,
great. And for
yeah,
Liberian YouTube channel, I would have asked her to just say your hello.
yeah.
Imagine that girl. She's very famous, and she's
Very, very famous by people.
oh, this from the Africa. Everybody would have been writing about it. This person say your hello. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that was something they were going to talk about for a long time.
yeah, but it was great. But I get that all the time on my job. People always try to figure out where I'm from. They don't think that I'm from Africa. They just sometimes they will think that I'm from Jamaica. I'm from Haiti. I'm from different places. And even when they are listening, to maybe sometimes I made them to watch like people like President Ellen Sleeve or other people, and then they would say, "Wow, this is different from other Africans." Some Ghanaians or Nigerians will say,
Yeah,
"How are you doing?" I am here to help you. You know, this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a little bit different. And too, when I'm speaking to those people, I try to speak very slowly and try to speak like professional. So it sounds like I'm speaking a Liberian colloquial. And yeah, me, I'm here to give you the microphone. I'm here to talk to you. How you go on it? When you're walking, just walk straight. You know,
Don't dance it.
don't bend. When you go straight, you bend on your right, then you bend on your left,
But
then you
I
go.
gotta put the word I give direction. I know. You
That
trying
camera.
to fit. Don't you mind that foolish man on your left?
I think that girl will be. She will be. What the heck? What is he talking about? Yeah, but we end up. I said. So at the end of the day, I just made my little joke. I said, "You're my new best friend." You know that.
Yeah.
She was laughing. Yeah, but that was really funny.
I can only imagine.
Oh yeah, it was fun. I mean, I wish I had a chance to take picture. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
Mhm.
Anyway, enough of me. Enough, enough, enough.
Good. That's good that you're happy with your job. I wish sometimes I was in your job.
No, oh yeah. Come to California. We miss you here.
Ah,
Well, at the end, all your fans in California, they miss you. They want to hang out with you.
it's okay. It's
They
okay.
say, where's Zawadi M? Zawadi M is getting. She's famous now. You can see her. That is that she's hiding from.
Thank you.
She's hiding from paparazzi.
That'll be a trouble to me.
I mean, everywhere this girl is driving now, paparazzi is following her. I said, oh my
Biggie.
God.
I'm doing a lot of things to me.
The people say they like your hairstyle, by the way.
They do? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
trying to get used to it. Thanks.
great hair. Nice hair, man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it because this is my first time doing something short like this, and so
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel.
Maybe this is my compliment. Yeah, everybody watching, don't take it the other way. I'm just normal. I'm just as normal as you. This is just a compliment. I know every time I give you a compliment, people try taking it a different way. The thing about pretty people, no matter what they do, they still look beautiful. Whether it's short hair, long hair, curly hair,
Now you will fall inside. Thank you.
I will still on inside.
The
Hey,
body.
everybody, don't just watch, comments. Ask Sawadi
Is Sunset
question.
still there? What's up, girl? What kind of question you got?
Success. What's your number one thing? Success. She said, hey, the
Sunset
people.
gonna eat. Sunset gonna eat so that let making power so.
So, what's your favorite Liberian food, by the way?
I said it last time, but I'm gonna say again potato greens.
Mm,
I like potato greens. It's not messy. It
mm-hmm,
tastes good when I cook it. Um, and I like tabagi, but I don't like to cook tabagi.
mm.
Yeah. Actually, I don't like palm butter. People think
Oh,
every
really?
person like palm butter.
I,
Yeah.
I
That's
recently went in the Liberians. Um, I went to Gardena.
God.
There's a
I
Liberian
know the man
store.
who owns that shop.
You what you do?
I know him. Yeah, he know my uncle
Oh,
Joseph.
oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a very good guy. I mean, I promote his video. Did you see the video, the live video?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was trying to get him to partner up with somebody in Liberia. The guy was going to supply him with some food items from Liberia, made in
yeah,
Liberia, so he
yeah,
can have it in his shop.
yeah. The first time I went to his store, he's a very good guy. I don't know what I should go political, but he's a brother of that person.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's a very great guy. He made me wonder. I don't know. I don't like to take side, and I don't want to talk politics, but we will talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a great, great, great guy. I mean, I promote his channel. The next thing you know, when I went there, he's like, you know what? I'll make some Liberian food and invite you. And I went and buy the food. But when I came, now I know how to cook pan butter.
Oh, you
I
don't?
know,
No, you didn't cook palm
I
butter.
know how. Oh, trust me.
I didn't get palm butter. I bake you.
You taste my pan butter now. You say,
Over your
ooh.
own stomach.
And you taste my cassava leaf. I make cassava leaf, but I hate cassava leaf because it's always sticking in your teeth, and I'm trying to make my
I
teeth
love
white.
cassava leaf.
Yeah, so I made cassava leaf. It was great. I got some fish. I got all this stuff going on.
Nice. I'm envious of you. I'm actually going to some of my friends want me to cook some African food, so I'm gonna make some this coming week.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. But anyway, what's the big plan for Zawadi M? You just came from, you just had a birthday. How was that?
I went to Costa Rica, Costa Rica, some
How was your trip?
It was excellent. I went. I did zip lining, some in the rope stuff.
Hmm.
I did horse riding. I went ATV riding as well. I sat on the beach, just chilling, taking my drink and just living the life,
Yeah.
you know.
Was that your first time doing horse riding?
Yes.
Oh wow. How was it the first time?
It was nice down on the by the beach. We went up the mountains. Costa Rica is really pretty place as far as
Wow.
nature is concerned. Um, Jaco, Costa Rica, and it rained, and I was dancing in the rain. It reminded me of my childhood.
Oh
When
wow.
it will be raining, you just play in the rain.
Oh yeah, I remember
That day
this.
we were walking from the beach, and the rain just started pouring. And luckily, we're all in bikini, so we just ran to the house, and I was just dancing in the rain. My friend, Otida said, "Ah, you're having so much fun." I was like, "Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
such a child now."
And she had no idea that you like rain.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really good. So besides going to Liberia, which is you say you'll be doing in 3 months, before I ask the question I'm about to ask, what are you going there for fun or business?
I am going for business, and I am going to have some fun this time. A little bit of fun. Yes, I need to. I want to check out. I want to go to Grand Bassa first to just look around.
Okay.
Um, I also want to check out Cape Mount.
Okay.
So yeah, I got some plans to take some time for myself.
Yeah. They say the American farmers used to throw away the sweet potato grains until they find out we Liberians eat it. Then
Really, I
they
didn't know
check up
that.
the price at their farm. I don't
I
know.
didn't. I didn't know that at all. For me, I just go to the Asian store,
Mhm.
get my little potato grain. I don't know what's going on, but that's a very interesting thing to know.
Do you get potato grain in that place you live?
I know I have not, but what I've purchased from her has been like dry fish. She has really, really good dry fish.
Oh wow.
And she has cassava leaves. She has palava sauce, those leaves for palava sauce. And so those are the things that I purchased from her, and some things to make some pepper soup and okra. I bought some red oil from her. That's about it, but not potato grains though. I told my grandma that she needs to make it and send it over so she can freeze it and ship it for one day. Ship it.
Yeah.
So my grandma's gonna be making me some.
Oh, she's doing it from there to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm excited.
Special.
It's going to be the favorite grandchild.
Yeah, if I were her, I would just tell her. I would say, come for a yourself.
No, she will freeze it and send it to me one day time.
She really like you.
I'm a favorite grandchild.
The person is asking. I'm sure that's a question because we have a question mark. The person said they will do. Did they jacked up the price? We Liberian we jacked up the price
Well, let me
for
see.
potato grain. Potato grain. It's the
Um,
same question.
okay, and then she's saying that they jacked up the price when they realized that we eat it.
Yeah, but what the person will ask is a question mark. That's what I'm trying to
But
ask.
I mean, sometimes it can be like jack up the price like that.
Okay, so this one is hey, I'm a student who have project to manipulate the buses. Oh, thanks. What do you view about it? I don't know what that person is asking though. Will I be able to have success in this project of mine? What?
I have no clue what that question is asking.
Yeah, I know, me too. I'm a student who have project to manipulate buses. Thanks. I don't know what that means. Manipulate the buses, like what? Okay,
Don't know.
never mind. Yeah, I, you wanna have buses like in Liberia? You want to send buses to Liberia? That's what you're trying to say to make getting bus easy in Liberia? Is that what you're trying to say? Keep asking Zawadi questions. She is here right now. She's the right deal. If after this you try to ask me, hey, so Zawadiem, how can I buy land for Zawadiem? Then I will send that email to you as you do it. But now, if you ask that question, she'll be able to answer you. She's the real deal, I tell you. If after her, if you ask me about, oh, how many acre can I buy in Liberia, I was just saying her information to you
Oh boy.
because she's the real deal.
Oh boy.
If you ask me, hey, I'm registering my business in Liberia, how do I do it? I will send her information to
Oh
you.
boy.
She said, oh boy, yeah, that your business, you're still on Isa.
Mm.
So fine, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The last time you go to Liberia, what are some of the places you visit? I come back to Kolokwa.
Mm.
I let you put a red in your mouth at the time I ask you.
So there's a place called Tycoons.
Takun.
Tycoon Bar. I think it's around Boulevard. But that's one of the best chill bar. The service is excellent.
Mm.
The drinks are okay, but the service is excellent. You can have, like, for those who like to smoke hookah, you have a little nice hookah spot. Like relaxing chairs. The guys, even from the security guy is dressed in
Really?
suit. So it's a classy place. Okay. Um, but it's nice. And then there are a couple of new places. I think Twisters. They call one of them. We stopped there briefly. People want to, it's the same concept. You go somewhere and you're the men. You just want to offer people drinks all day. Y'all
And
want to do, yeah.
trying to bluff the
Yeah, you
chamo
got
then.
my food now. I didn't know that I can buy my own drink.
I go there, I try to bluff the chamo then by
Jam with it, but I didn't know you buy a drink for that.
yeah, I say your way, my people all are from America, all the drink is on me. Where all the chamo then eh?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not gonna make somebody follow me back home later.
Mm.
But anyway, another thing I want to ask, people who want to go to Liberia right now. I know some of you, a lot of people are waiting to go to Liberia in December, and but somebody might want to go to Liberia right now. Do you think this is the right time to go?
My uncle is going next week.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I mean, as long you take the precautionary actions, perhaps vaccinated or do the same thing as you would do to stay safe. Nothing else. I mean, I don't see restrictions as it relates to Liberia. If you're living parts of the diaspora, I don't know what other countries or what restrictions you're having. But
Yeah.
as far as the US, I don't see much restrictions for that region.
Going to Liberia and going to Ghana. They just I just question I'm just throwing at you. Going to Liberia and going to Ghana, which one is easier?
Oh, as far
Compared to the process.
as the process, okay. Let me see. For me, Liberia is easier
Mm-hmm.
just because when I get to the airport, I do my little check, my temperature check. With COVID now,
Yeah.
get out of the plane, go do your temperature check. What you stay in line, you pay the fee, the $35. I don't recall exactly how much. You pay the fee. You go to another entry point. They check your passport and all that stuff. Then they send you to do your last swab. There you go. For me, it's easy. It's easy. I haven't gone to Ghana recently during COVID, but when I went prior to COVID, um, it's just more things that you have to go through when you go to Ghana. I mean, I like going to Ghana, but
Yeah. That's nice. All right. So far, I think we've been talking, and I know you have something to do, and it's 4:35, and you say you have your business call, and so I'm just reminding you at some point if you decide to leave, we will be happy. I think we've been talking to you, and we are very happy that you are on our show. Um, we are very happy. Is there anything you want to talk about, like
yeah,
your
I
business?
appreciate Liberian TV. Honestly, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about your team. And the life of Alex, this guy is going out to get the information out to us.
Yeah,
Um, appreciate them and let them continue to do a good job.
yeah,
Um, and Liberian TV. I didn't know you own Liberian TV. I used to watch Liberian TV.
yeah.
Yeah, and then when I found out you own it, I don't want to care anymore.
All right, I will take that.
I don't know why he can't show his face here for.
Mhm. And I never used to show my face though. That was one of the things when I
Yes,
created it.
I think I used to be like, Jeff, can you go talk about my channel?
Can
That's
you
it.
do, can you do what?
Can you go
Oh,
talk
promote your channel. When I
about
first started, people never
yeah.
used to watch at all. And I used to scratch my vein the whole day. I said, you guys subscribe this girl channel, and they will not do it. They won't do it. I would talk the whole day. I'll be so exhausted. I'm like, but then as soon as she started talking, people will go and subscribe. I was like, wow, you
I'm
guys are
like, Jeff,
crazy.
you have so many subscribers. Go tell them. And Joe's like, no, they don't even want to listen.
They don't even want to listen to me anymore. But
Yeah.
I think it's working now. The last time you and I did that video, I saw your subscribers way up.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I hope now it's time. Okay, let's take the last few minutes to promote your channel. It's now let's just talk. Let's be talking about how they can. But anyway, before that, let's just go with the question: Is 650 round trip to Liberia realistic? I saw that the Esper event
Did you buy?
website
Is
advertising.
it being advertised a year before the trip?
Yeah.
Is it being advertised a year before the trip?
I hope the person can respond to that. Joy Cooper, please respond. But so you think it's not possible, huh?
If the person is buying it a year or months in advance, like 6, 7 months in advance, it is.
What is the minimum amount that somebody can spend for a round trip? Let's say if I want to go there next month. Well, we are almost in next month. But let's just say the end of next month, I want to go like September and then October, like between.
If you book your ticket right now, it will be 1800.
Okay, I see. Good to know. Yeah, so good to know. I hope the person. Okay, let me see the time. On a 1K round trip, is realistic. Somebody said that. What do you think about that?
That's what I'm saying. When are they buying it?
Yeah, when are they buying it? People.
If you find ticket right now under 1K to Liberia, let me know. If you go to Liberia next month and
Yeah,
you found ticket right now under 1K, send it to me. Let me see it.
yeah. So the person is saying I saw it on their website for December to January event.
When was okay? So it's there right now being advertised right now as we
Right
speak.
now, yeah, for December.
I would ask them like, are they like, do they have some contract with an agency? Like, where are they getting it from? Even ASAP ticket is not even happy at that price.
Or maybe I'm thinking this is how it could be too. Maybe they have that event, but what they're trying to do is that they bought the ticket a long time ago
That's what I'm.
and they are promoting it. They're using it as a promote so that people
That's what
can
I'm
go to the
saying. That's
website.
Jeff. You look right now and see if the price will be
Yeah. No, I
that.
believe you. You just went to Liberia. You came back, so I will believe you more than anybody else, of course. Um, yeah. So at least the person, what I would think is that they have that event going, so they buy the ticket and they want people to go to their website. Maybe there's some promo going on.
Well, it could be also like a package, right?
Yeah.
Um, you can also work with, again, like I said, unless they went to an agency, a travel agency, and they get
Yeah.
that package deal. That would
Yeah.
be the only way it would make sense. But that may have been in advance. You can't
Yeah.
tell me you're traveling next month and ticket be on that price. That's such a lie.
Yeah. You're right. Anyway, I will take this few minutes to get you guys. If you haven't, I know I have a lot of people watching still. If you haven't subscribed Zawadi M YouTube channel, this no, okay, that's the email to contact her. Let me find the YouTube channel. So you can just type this Zawadi M. This is the person I'm talking to. This is her name, Zawadi M. Just check her out and subscribe to her YouTube channel. This girl, she's if you check out her YouTube channel, you don't subscribe, then I don't know. They are supposed they package deal for let me see, 200-year celebration.
Oh, I wonder if that's the group. Okay. Mm. I don't know about that deal, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, Zawadi M, you can even type the name right now, her title right now. The name is called Zawadi M. Go subscribe. Please tell the people to subscribe because sometimes when I say it, the people say, no, we will just stay here. We will just sit here. We're very comfortable.
You guys can subscribe after this live, or you can go right now and subscribe and come
Yeah.
back. If you're looking for information on Liberia, really concrete things that you want to do there, that's what this channel is about, to
Um,
give out information, to be a source. Otherwise, things that you want easy access to that you don't receive on website, or people there, your source really.
yeah.
So you can subscribe.
And one thing I always say is that I'm trying to get Zawadi M to 10,000 subscribers. Then I can sit down and say,
Now I
I'm
can
okay.
find one.
And I can drink my palm wine, my Kenju, and say, okay, I have accomplished something. I refer people to this girl, and now she's educating them. Now I can sit down and drink my lemonade or no palm wine.
No,
I drink my Kenju.
the money you can lie to people about.
I don't drink lemonade, by the way. I drink my palm wine. I drink my Kenju. I even drink my taquita. Then I can say, okay, let me drink my taquita. But yeah, you guys go to her channel. It's called Zawadi M. The name is right there. You can check the video description. I added that also. I even added the link to her videos, so you can go and check it out. Just click on the video on the link in the description, and you will see what she does. But this girl, she's not easy. This girl is on fire. She's the most talked about person right now in the Liberian community,
Good,
and I'm
thank
there.
you. Hmm.
Yeah, I went on the East Coast. I was surprised. All my nephew, my auntie, and all these people that, Chawadia, we watched your video. That get not easy. That get so informative. Tell your people then back home to do something like that on your channel. I say, oh, I'm competing with Zawadi M now, huh?
Oh, that's so nice.
You guys should make the video like that. That get not easy. I said, okay, now that she's doing that, we should do something else. Then
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be great. But we can do the same thing. Yeah, but that was really great to talk to people that watch your videos all the time. People would say the girl can talk the whole day. I would sit down and watch the whole thing. I said, wow,
Actually,
that's a nice.
the event I went to yesterday, I met one lady that she said, you sit next to me. I pick you. I said,
Oh,
hey,
really?
yeah.
So you made a fan.
I said, what the hell? But she said, oh my God, I'm so inspired, my daughter. I'm so inspired. Sit next to me. I said, I have guests.
Wow.
I have people here. I
Yeah.
can't. But yeah.
Yeah, you should keep doing it. We really appreciate you. I think a lot of people appreciate you for doing what you do. Just keep educating people. You are not doing it to be a YouTuber, of course, but at least you are helping people, changing people's lives. Not just educating people, but you also helping them. With your busy schedule, finding time to create business, create um, you create a business that helping people out buy land, helping people to consulting with people on how to do business in Liberia. It's a different thing. I mean, there are a lot of people that would just sit down and say, that used to sit down and say, man, I really love Liberia. I want to make a difference in Liberia, but how can I do it? Now they have somebody they can turn to. I hope a lot of people will email you and get in touch with you and say, hey, you know what? Let me try this girl. They can have conversation with you. If they don't like it, they can go to somebody else.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
just how
Of
that's
course.
just how things work. I mean,
Everyone has a free will to go to whomever they wish to go to, right?
yeah,
So if you contact me and I'm not a cup of tea, because other times they're not a cup of tea in a sense like we can't have that business relationship going, because
yeah,
obviously they might be saying like, hey, my main goal is to only make money in Liberia, but that's not the main goal, right?
yeah,
It's making money and making an impact. And so
yeah,
some
making a difference.
when I would our vision down the line, I tell them I'm not the right person to help, but you can help
Yeah,
this person. I'm just
yeah,
not.
yeah,
So it goes both ways. Yeah, I want to help you, but also too, if your vision and objectives are not aligning to what we're trying to do with development effort, and you think, oh yeah, I just want to go make money.
yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
what kind of change are you bringing to the country? What kind of
If yeah,
things are you
yeah,
doing?
if your intention is just making money, and that's what I was saying. Like if I was building at an apartment complex, if I would have to put enough money in it to build it at a certain level, that is something that is completely different than other things. I would want to do that, because at the end of the day, we don't just want to build things to say, okay, I'm gonna build that little house and paint it red, white, and blue, and I'm okay, and that's it. But I want to build something that is great. All these skyline buildings that we see in downtown LA and other things, there are businesses that build these things and makes the city look good. And so if you want to do business in Liberia, don't just build something, build a little house and say, okay, I have my little house, I'm okay now. But build something that will make that place look good. Like you are people are buying land from you in Brewerville area. If people start building the nice houses and that whole place is completely different.
We have a plan. We really have a plan for that area.
Yeah.
We have a plan for everyone who are buying properties in that area. Actually, if you take a look, Jefferson, I'm going to send you some videos. If you see the kind of development that people have started
Yeah.
in that area, you're going to be like, okay, this can be
Yeah.
a neighborhood that people are going to want to come.
Yeah.
So we are not just selling things, but we
Yeah.
are putting together a model plan that
Yeah.
people can see and say, wait a minute, these
Yeah.
people were able to do this. And, imagine if they went to a neighborhood in like maybe Mount Barclay, and
Yeah.
how transformation that can become, they can transform the whole place, because guess what? There's a model here.
Yeah.
Therefore, the same concept, if not, can apply in, say, Mount Barclay or Shuffling Town, other in other parts of Liberia. Because I think one of the issue that I find when I go is that these people have like their big mansions, like big homes, but then surrounding look really bad.
That's the thing.
It's like, what is the point of that? So that's something that we gotta change. If you're
Yeah.
buying land somewhere and
Yeah.
other people are building around, but the roads are not good, you guys need to combine funds and resources to
Yeah.
make the road is good there.
Yeah.
And then there's too much. Like, how do you have a big mansion and you go out your door and it's terrible? What is that? What type of development is that?
Yeah. And it makes everything look bad. It's almost like makes things like you see things like, okay, there's no development in the entire country, in which there are development, there are good things going on. But if you have a good mansion here, but the next house there just look bad, like seeing around, it's like people would think that, okay, there's nothing much going on in this country.
Yeah.
But if you have a big house here and the next house it's a nice house and the other house is nice, it makes the place look good. Even if you see places like Sinkan, it's getting really beautiful, and things are happening because you have all these nice apartment buildings, all these things happening. So we have to start building that mindset. Even here in the US, you have in LA, you have Skid Row, but certain part of California, like Beverly Hills, you see all the houses there, they're nice. Hollywood Hills, you see nice things there. The same thing, we need to start building the kind of stuff.
Beverly Hills is
Yeah.
her own economy. Think
Yeah.
about it. The
Yeah.
money that comes from that segment of LA.
Yeah.
So the concept is the same here in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Brewerville, that part of Brewerville will be the model place that everybody will want to live.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Because not only that, John buys his land, he's gonna have his house. No, John now is thinking about how we all can put a park for all the kids that may live in that community. That's development right there. How we can fix the road, not just going to the beach, but how we can fix the road going between somebody's house, how we can fix the road going to somebody's business, like a restaurant.
Yeah.
These are things we'll be doing on that property in Brewerville, the one that people are buying up right now.
Yeah.
That's the vision. So if somebody come and say, hey, I want to buy land, but I don't think I'll go that vision. No, it doesn't align.
That's the thing, because it's up to you. All the people that are buying the houses now, the lands right now, if they are on the same path, it will help all the other people that coming to want to do it. If a foreigner buy the house, if a foreigner buy the land there, they'll see the other houses there. They'll say, "Oh, damn, I got to build something good."
Yeah.
But and I think this thing been happening in Liberia for a long time. Like people will build something here, something bad, the other person build good thing, then another person come and say, you know what, I'm here in Liberia for temporary anyway, so let me just build anything that I want. But if we start building things that other people, foreigner or other people will see, they will say, oh wow, this place is not something. Let me build something good. And, even though I'm not going to stay here forever, but let me build something based on
But
what
that's
the
what I'm saying.
requirement.
The vision have to align. So if you
Yeah,
have the vision that Broadview, that segment of the place has to
yeah,
be nice and have to be laid out this way, right? You're
yeah,
going to be okay with us having that conversation to make this community the way in which we all want it to be. But if
yeah,
you call me and say, you know what, Emma, I just want to put hospital. No, hospital don't fit there because that's
yeah.
not the layout.
But
However,
you guys,
fit.
yeah, but you guys have to tell the people too. You got to tell the people that, oh, our intention on this beach land is this is what we plan on doing. People might realize and say, oh, this is a beach land. Let me change my mind. Maybe this land I'm buying is a beach land, and I want to build my house anyway, either one way or the other. Let me put the house here. Then I can buy ordinary land to put a hospital on. So you guys also have to educate people to say this is the plan that we have. That way they understand too. They can change their mind to say, okay, I like what they are trying to do. I'm a Liberian or I'm this person. I love this plan. So let me just go with this because this means that if I build my house here, I was planning on building my house in on Ravelfield Highway. But now that I see what they have going on, and this neighborhood will be very safe, saying there are successful people coming here. Let me change my mind from Ravelfield Highway to what is happening here because this will be the right place.
Valid
So
point. Valid
yeah,
point. When I speak with people on the phone, because typically they send me email and they say, "Hey, I'm interested in the land," and then we get on the phone, WhatsApp, and we start to converse. And I say, "We want to make this neighborhood a model place, like a
yeah,
place that people are going to see and say, wow, this is a community." I want my goal, part of it when I discuss with people is this place to be like a Kaiser hospital. Have you been to Kaiser Hospital? When you go to
yeah,
Kaiser Hospital, you need medication. They don't send you to an outside pharmacy. You
yeah,
have a pharmacy in Kaiser that you must go to. The money will stay there. I want this community to, all the people that I've worked with so far, we all want this community to be a one-stop shop. So if, for example, you're coming in the community, you want to be able to see maybe 5 minute drive down there, somebody has a nice restaurant that people in the community will be like, you know what, that's a place I want to go. Somebody has a nice bar, it may be 2 miles, or there's a school that somebody building. My kids are safe to go here. You know what I mean? So we want to ensure that the place is suitable for living and for people to also go and have their retreat. So
yeah,
we talk about how it is that we picture the community to be.
yeah,
It's on my part to have a detailed layout of
yeah,
the proposed plan for people, and that's something that I've been telling them it's a gradual
yeah.
process. And but
Be-
the good thing is that they're on board with
yeah.
all of us being in unison with what it is that we want to do there.
Yeah, because my point is, if you were to tell, if somebody came up to you and say, hey, I want a land, and I heard you're selling a land, and I want the land because I want to build a motel or I want to build this, and you're like, maybe it's not the right land for the person, and without educating them that, oh, this is what we want to do, and to change them, they will have no idea, and you decide that, oh, I'll find a different land.
Yeah,
So that person now thinking now, oh man, okay. But if you had told them like, hey, you know what, this is our plan. That's what I was thinking about. The Rawafi Highway example.
yeah,
Like, hey, maybe they would have changed their mind and say, oh, on Rawafi Highway, everybody's doing whatever they want, but this community, there's good plan going on. There's a vision. So I would rather build my house here. So it's better to not when the person comes to you to say, hey, I'm looking for a land to build a hospital, not turn them down right away,
right,
but
right, right,
educate them
right.
what you're
I,
trying to do.
right.
Yeah,
I recently directed somebody else. Like I have a fellow who wants to build his garage, right?
yeah,
And so, well, would the garage fit there on his land? Yeah, it can. But how does he build it strategically? Is
yeah,
it for himself? Is it a commercial use? These are commerce conversation we've been having.
yeah,
So yeah, in regards to that, I can't just be like, oh, I don't have land for you because the place is not hospital. But hey, how about maybe you get a land closer to a little bit far away from the beach, because the purpose of all these lands are right here next to the beach. This is what we're trying to do. But
Yeah.
because obviously the people in the area by that beach, they will need to go to a nice hospital. So guess what? You can go in maybe 5 miles
Yeah.
there, reference point. That's what I try to make, a lot of reference point to be able to redirect people to it. If we don't have the beach land for you, you can go and buy dry land within close proximity.
Yeah. All right. I think I think you guys have a good plan. Who is calling me? You guys have a good plan, and that's a good thing. I think a lot of people will be interested
Yes,
in.
they
I
are.
mean,
They are, and we
yeah.
are very excited.
People will be very excited because you are doing something that we don't usually do in Liberia.
Mhm.
And everywhere people do these things. I mean, every city you go to, they have downtown area, they have residential area, then they have nicer residential area. But in Liberia, it's not like that. Even Mama Point, you go to Mama Point, you see a nice building, then you see a little building there, and all these things. It's like it's good for everybody to be on the same path and the same to have the same vision.
Well, the reason why the U.S. you see the U.S. is organized the way it is because they have zoning laws, right? In
Yeah,
Liberia, there are no laws as
yeah,
it relates to zoning. So that's why we are coming in to say, wait a minute, we can change that, right? We can actually transform. It's not really change. Like somebody recently told me, it's like we're transforming, because that's not something there. But we can't make the change in all of life, bro. We have to start from somewhere, from this specific community.
yeah, yeah. That's the and other people will follow. I mean, once you start that, the next thing you know, other people will start somewhere and do the same thing. And I think that's a good plan. And some of us at some point we would jump in it,
Yeah.
and that's for sure. But that conversation we can have off camera. Anyway, Zawadi, I think you say you supposed. I just want to keep reminding you because I respect your time and I respect your schedule. Yeah,
I have to get up and get
yeah.
on the call and make my meal.
Yeah.
So it really has been a pleasure, and to your viewers, thank you all for tuning in. As always, be blessed. I say on my channel all the time: call your
Ke-
friends, call your family, and tell them how much you care for them. And life is too short. I will keep doing this, as I've always said on my channel. Yeah, Jefferson, to be blessed. Don't cook food that's gonna ruin your stomach, because we both know you can cook food that can ruin your stomach.
I will buy. I will just buy Kali Kali.
Okay, that
You
was
know her.
okay.
But anyway, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. I hope people subscribe to your YouTube channel. I'm sure they will. Maybe they are not subscribing right now, but I'm sure at some point they will subscribe to your YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hope we can do this at some point. If it's up to me, we will do this every weekend.
Oh, really?
I just made a deal with somebody who want to do a live video for my YouTube channel. Hopefully, they will. The person is a very good host, better than me. So when that time comes, I will hook you up with the person. And hopefully, they'll be doing a good job, and you guys can chat and talk about whatever
Do
you
the
want to talk
best you
about.
can, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, but thank you very much. I appreciate you. Have a great day.
Take care.
Enjoy your food. I'm about to cook my pan butter.
Oh boy. Bye bye. Bye bye.
All right, bye.